Not quite the last chopper out of Saigon, but it feels like it. Sort of widow there on sun, so I'm just going to go to the chat and check that my beloved friends are still there. So I'm just going to go straight to the top. First name I can see. Let's just make sure I've got it on all messages, which I hadn't. So from the very top, HGC, hello again. Now W, let's try again indeed. It's nothing at this end, and it's nothing, I don't believe, to do with mobile signal networks here. It's either a glitch with my encoder box, or more likely an issue with the bonding which is supplied to me by the people who make the encoder box. So I've been sending off error logs and other bits and pieces in between. If this stream crashes, we'll call it a day. I wasn't sure about doing a third one. These days, if I have to go beyond 2, I always think give it up. Not for lack of trying, but just there's obviously a problem. You can't keep shaking the dice. But really strange. Thank you, Nell, as well, for confirming on sound and view. I'm just trying to get myself into some kind of logical order. Good morning, Keith Cornell. Alibi 58. Yeah, not teething troubles, mate. This is something completely and utterly different. If I'd struck up with the old camera this morning, we'd have had the same problem. So it's just flicking annoying. It's funny, actually. I did let off a good expletive, the F word, cheerfully looking at the screen, knowing with 10,000 drop frames no one could hear a word I was saying. I felt, oh, it's like screaming in a soundproofed room. Anyway, we are where we are. So Jamie, welcome back. H. Dot, good morning to you, H. Dot. Hope things are good. It is a gorgeous morning here. It's such a paradox, isn't it? The stage was set fair for a lot of chopper action, bit of sunshine, and it just hasn't quite played like that. But I can confirm the sky is the bluest Aberdeen sky I've had the privilege of seeing. It's like that as far as you want to go, really. Oops. Now I've been frivolous with the focus. So I'm guessing this Widow-8 might be going to Stavanger. They've got a couple of routes, haven't they?
Yeah, well, it's just come in and there's no TAM issued that the Mike 1 taxiway is closed. So everything has to backtrack off the runway.
See, there's a lot been going off here in the background. I'm not the only person then that's having a Scooby-Doo morning. Thanks, Abby. So I'll tell you what we're going to do, because we might as well test it out now. If you task your camera to something you want to point it at, I'm just going to put the shot onto Abby. It was one of the things I was determined that we'd... So task on something static. Or I tell you what, no, you go for the Logan Air that's taxiing.
Okay.
So you target acquired?
Yeah.
Right, I'm just going to put you onto Abby Cam. If it crashes the stream, Abby told me to do it. Right, so audio's with you.
Okay. Which Logan is it? SAJI.
My weight and tell you. Transpose the roles. Belfast.
So it's going to Belfast.
That Widow's been cleared.
Oh, your video's been cleared to stand?
To stand, yeah, it's on the move. I'm just going to take the shot back, Abby, to go with the Widow. And there you go. So that was the other reason to be persistent with getting a third stream up rather than chucking a hand in at 2. Just to give a bit of track time to deploying a second camera here, because I think when when there's a lot of helicopters buzzing about and we've got the functionality that will do it, it's just good to see how it works. I mean, at the minute, the cable we've got is ridiculously short because I ordered the wrong one. Well, the right one for length, but I failed with my bleary eyes to notice the difference between mini and micro HDMI. Rookie error.
Got an NHV coming out.
Oh, excellent. Tell you what, I'll get that one as we're testing the new camera as well, aren't we? I'll get that one. Sounds like I'm getting around the drinks soon. Tripod feels slightly lanty there. As yesterday, we are literally on the lee of a slope. Which is quite weird, isn't it, when you're panning? You've always got one leg lower
like
than the other. Well,
than the other.
If you're at either end of the run, looking down either end of the runway, straight ahead you're okay. Right, let's just keep watching the box, because don't want to lose the feed and not know. Looks like gamma might be going out.
Oh yeah, they're pulling the gamma out.
What's happened there? Sorry team. Just going to check the focus settings. Haven't defaulted. So I'm going to put you back on Abby cam.
Go to the Loganer.
We have an opportunity just to have a quick look.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I hadn't thought about that. As I say, we're not using the right cable length. I see a firework moment. I've got no fireworks on the show today, so accept my apologies. Just delving into the menu of my camera, looking at something. H. God bless you. Thank you for my persistence. Well, it's the least we can do. If nothing else, often you get a bit of learning out of situations. So it was, that's why you've got to keep your foot in. I think in terms of what has affected us, whether the people who supply the bonding will be able to tell us what it did, I don't know. But hey ho, at least we'll get a bit of track time with 2 cams. Next time we do it with a longer cable.
Yeah.
Well, the one I'd ordered was 3 meters, and I thought that would be plenty to give us. I wasn't sure about the voltage drop and that, but they wouldn't make them if they didn't work properly at that kind of length. So next time we do it, we'll have a good 3 meter spread, which will be good, because that'll give us the ability to set up behind for behind the scenes as well. So just what a live stream presenter wants, more bird song than sounds of planes.
Well, I think there is a Loganair that will be arriving shortly.
Cool. All gifts gratefully received. They really are. Oh dear. So yeah, sorry H. No fireworks today, just my verbal appreciation. I'm a little bit out of sync with Alibi H. Talk about a possible A400. Are the Belgians coming back for their chaps and their kit?
There's a German
one? We'll take them all.
It'd be nice if they'd pop in, but I suspect it's en route to Lossiemouth.
I don't say that.
But it would be very nice. Please
Don't take it away from me.
No.
Don't take it away from me. I'm genuinely excited. Although H. does say just shy of 20,000 feet, so if it's holding steady at that, you're probably bang on the money with Lossiemouth.
We might hear it.
Oh, that makes me feel a lot better.
Because it's tracking to fly right over the end of the runway.
Oh dear. Yep, that would cheer me enormously hearing it. It would normally. On this occasion, I'd be thinking, oh, blinking heck. Still, we looked into the one yesterday, the Belgium Air Force one. I know it wasn't on stream, but we've got the footage for members to see first, and that was a real bonus. Good morning, Owen. Jamie says it is descending 1,700 feet. That could still take it to Lossiemouth, wouldn't it?
It could, but they are putting the Loganair into a hold, and I don't know if the pilots asked for that or if they're holding for something else.
Ah. I'm excited. Good morning, Kerry Ann Lammy and Alan Ray. Sorry, I'm working the chat bottom up. It's been that kind of morning, really. Yeah, that will be a right result. Great result. So who else haven't I say good morning to? Senseless Dusts, Trains and Planes, hi to you. Deborah, I'm sure I've said hi to. I think we're more or less there. Listen folks, love you to bits for bearing with me. It kind of, you get those moments, as an LW says in the chat, third time's a charm. There's a lot to be said for that. Right, I'm just going to have a quick tinker with the camera. Won't change anything on screen. Just going to put the focus on zone rather than spot. I've toggled between them a little bit when I've been practicing with it, and I can't make my mind up what seems to work best. And of course, helicopters create their own challenge. The Panasonic sometimes doesn't like helicopters. You get them in shot for a bit, and then all of a sudden the focus just wipes out. The Sony's not that much different, to be honest. So, where's our A400?
Bommedi. Don't know if I can hear it.
I think I can hear it. And I've got headphones on. Yeah.
Faintly.
Let's just have a look on flight radar. Is it?
It'll be behind us.
German Air Force just crossing the coast at... Can't read in the glare.
Oh, I can see it actually.
Eh?
There. Over there.
Oh yeah. I wonder if I'm not going to get myself into a world of pain, but I'm going to have a little go at trying to acquire it. Although the lee of the slope is probably going to make that a bit difficult for me. Although look at this, got these little windows that... Right, you're going to see a lot of blue sky, folks. I might not be able to... No, I'm not going to... I can't see in my viewfinder good enough to chase that. We're going to be patient. Bob was on the tower. So we think we've got 400 in. He's just teasing us if he's not. Although, I don't know now. That looks like I know they can get those things down off a fairly rapid descent, but that looks like it might be going somewhere else.
It's flying close to my house.
Well, you'll be blaming me now that there was a better photograph to be had if he'd stayed at home. Interesting. Let's see where it is. It's still descending to 10,700 feet according to my end, my flight radar. Right, I'm going to get back to the right end of the chat now. I've kind of disappeared down my own rabbit hole.
I think that Loganair's come out of its little hold that it was doing. So they should be coming in soon.
Welcome back, AJ. And Chipaz, 1990. You've been to the gym, Sam? I think you were adamant you were doing the gym yesterday. We've not had a lot of luck with the first two attempts at firing the stream up. Tech issues, not local ones, sort of, up in the sky ones. Trev Lyon, hey up Trev Lyon. Good morning to you. Right, I think I'm caught up. If I've missed anybody, it's only because I'm a little bit frazzled. Less frazzled now, actually. James Woolard, good morning to you. Hi to Daniel Watkins. I think whatever the issue was, it's definitely passed. I think somebody way further up the food chain has had some kind of outage in their server rooms or something. The bit that pulls my signals together. Because I couldn't even do speed tests using their speed test portal, which kind of suggests they've got the issue. Well, I think it's not coming, is it?
We'll have an ATR.
Oh, well, there you go.
The small version of the A400. Or the commercial version.
Good morning, Big DC. How you doing, my friend? I'm Paul Kaczynski. Sun shining in Livingston, Paul Kaczynski? Yeah, I must admit, Nell, I have this pathological desire to tempt fate, don't I? I often say, oh, what could go wrong? I don't know. When I left the pit, this is a random anecdote, but it's so true, I just don't do it now. But I had a couple of years on the regional newspaper, working on the presses. And at the time there was an advert for one of the insurance companies, the one that goes, there may be trouble ahead. And basically you're dancing around under an umbrella or something in torrential rain. But we kind of discovered, because it was such a catchy ditty, the times when you sung it, the job could be going brilliantly. And you start singing that song and things used to go wrong. So I stopped singing it. True story, that.
Here comes the ATR.
Right, I'm on it. So let's get some aviation action. Good morning to DB Bassman. How goes it, DB? I think, Nell, it's the only fair thing to do. Don't telescope me up.
Vidro is the next arrival, not too far away.
Ah, good stuff. Another dash.
Yep,
So where's that one coming from?
Bergen.
Bergen.
And that's the arrival after the Vidro. The British Airways is just flying above the
Oh, yeah.
terminal.
See if I can get that. No, I can't. Too much glare on the screen. I'm going to have to get those prescription sunglasses I was talking about. Hey, right. Inbound is that dash 8. I can see it as well. So I'm inbound from Bergen. Coming your way, folks. We're getting the backtrack.
Yeah, as the Mike 1 taxiway is out of service, everything
Oh,
has
still?
yeah, everything has to come off the intersection.
Have we got an inkling what's happening?
I'm not sure, it's just been no time issues.
Ah. So actually thinking about it for benefit of those who might not know in the chat, NOTAM, notice to airmen,
Yeah.
not air ladies. I think they might have to refresh that.
Yeah, I think it needs a little bit of an update. British Airways will be the next arrival.
Okay. Oh, the one we watched looping round.
Yep.
Happy birthday to Linda Cooper. And I see HGC has got the Linda Cooper birthday emoji deployed. How you doing, Linda? Many happy returns. Good morning, Tony Rivers. How's trouble? Thanks, Alibi58. I think it's definitely the right way for us to go. It's just about catching up the learning cycle with the kit. But that's all part of the excitement. I'm all right with that. It's more frustrating when you end up with issues with broadcast, because obviously there's nothing you can actually touch, press the button. If you're set up correctly, you're all played out. And we run 3 sims on the broadcast, and that's across different networks. So you might lose 1, you might lose 2 if they're sharing a mast, but you ain't gonna lose 3. Anyway, by the by. Right. What's next up then? Come on, let's BA. BA, definitely. What about departure action? Have we got any departures? I can't believe the German Air Force blanked us, biffed us off. Oh, loving all that emoji action for Linda. LW-8, Alibi 58. Oh, Linda's having a go too. KC and his Sunshine Band.
Here comes the British Airways.
Yeah. Kind of. Let's just have a little tweak there. Go wrong.
And they'll have to 180 and backtrack.
Yeah, stylish pirouette. So Linda is off to the Eiffel Tower. You really are hitting the high spots, pun intended. Palace of Versailles, Eiffel Tower, it all sounds rather good. Good morning to Alexandra Wood. Sounds like you've got a busy one on. Sorry, Casey, I'm not able to link through stuff out my inbox to the stream. I don't like to use the laptop when I'm live particularly because it's one of those things. I know today's a nice day, but generally speaking it's just a drain on power. And in normal circumstances when there's a probability of rain, it's too much hassle to protect, so I just don't go that way. There you go. Sorry, pal.
Looks like video is starting up.
Ah, very good. Yep, you are so right. I can see it twirling. We'll go to that in a second. I'm going to stay with the BA for the minute because I just want to make another adjustment. Right, let's get to the Widow. Just changing the focus target, just out of curiosity. So it looks like we've got a chopper on its way in.
Yep, an OHS 175.
Oh, so that'll be going this side, won't it?
Yeah.
Straight past us, bare left. So we should get a nice close-up view of it. It was funny, not in a ha-ha way, but after the second stream crashed, I got my head in the broadcast box and I just looked at what was on the camera feed, and there was a helicopter straight in front of us, one of the Bristow's, and I was just such a great view of the folks looking out the portals, and I thought, and I'm not sharing it with anybody.
Yeah.
It was just weird how my eye went to the screen because, I don't know, perhaps I was looking for inspiration. 45 likes at Alexandra Wood's end. Well, listen, thanks folks, honestly. I think as a broadcast event, we're kind of toast with YouTube today, so I really appreciate every like that I get, and obviously people joining us. Aberdeen is such a great place to see. Kind of thinking I might be able to see the inbound chopper, and that was kind of wrong.
It's almost here.
Almost it. I'm ready for it. Ready. Good morning, John Coughlin. How are you doing? Yeah, Aberdeen is definitely a place that I love, and I know a number of the members do too. It's just different. It's all about catching the action at the right time, though, isn't it? So I can hear that helicopter, which clearly means that it's going to be coming into your view any second. So what did you do for tea last night? Did you go to the chippy on the way back?
No, I just had some pizzas that we had in the house.
Ah, very good. Well, I rather enjoyed that. Hope you folks did.
Did you just lining up on the runway?
Oh, crikey. Well done, you. So, this is the Bergen one, is it not?
Stavanger.
Oh, 50-50 shot. Head's definitely the shed today, definitely. So I think we've got a couple more choppers coming back, have we not?
Yeah, looks like we'll have 2 NHVs coming back.
I like the Nordsies. H.Dot's got 57 likes. We are ticking up. Thanks HDC. And Big DC. As I say, it's still play away time really, so that's the other advantage. you know, to getting the third and final show up. It's still track time for the camera, still
Yeah.
a chance to tweak a few bits. All about Sunday now, really. Edinburgh Sunday, double-headed show. Not sure what the forecast is looking like, but it was pretty positive last I looked. Let's investigate. I find that I'm on the Met Office website 3 and 4 times a day, and I'm not on about the weather at home either. It's what's happening at Newcastle, what's happening at Edinburgh, and obviously with this trip, what's happening in Aberdeen.
That's what I'm like leading up to my flying lessons, just constantly checking everything for Perth. Just being like, can I fly? Is it going to be a good one, or am I looking at a rebooking?
I suppose that's the other bit with my Tiger Moth flight, isn't it? You know, it's so weather dependent, back as it is for you, but even more so because the thing's basically not a balsa wood plane, but plywood and canvas with a bit of metal and an engine. It's got a very small operating window. So, Sunday looks pretty good. Odds at the minute of a dry show in the morning are excellent. Possibility of a bit of rain into the evening. 20% rain prob is, yeah, got to take that seriously. Easterly, which means we will be on the mound. Excellent. Loving it. Cannot wait. Good morning, North Sky Aviation. How you doing? Oop. That sounds like a good sound.
It does.
It does, doesn't it? Sounds like we're getting a bit more chopper time. Be nice. I'll feel a bit shortchanged if I don't show a few more choppers for you all. Just going to lay in wait for it. So our inbound Nordsee helicopter can't be many minutes away. That'll be an Airbus H175. What's the one that's going, Abs? Do we know? Can't quite read my screen. Let's try harder here.
I can see.
Oh, it's another H175. So this is the Airbus helicopters phase of the show. So did you say you were flying this weekend?
Next weekend.
Next weekend. Horses tomorrow?
Nothing on tomorrow, then horses on Sunday.
Ah, very good. So you're not joining us on Sunday in the chat?
I'll be on before my riding lesson, then for the evening one I'll be back home.
Very
so
good. Sounds like a good
come
day to be out riding.
Be nice and warm.
Hey up, Dopey Gorp. How you doing, pal? Well, the excitement that I was feeling where the camera's pointed has just abated with the sound of the motors being switched off. So we have an inbound chopper anyway. We are still runway 16, aren't we? 16 that way?
Yep.
16, so ops are same direction as yesterday. So it looks like here you've got sunshine all the way through till probably 3 o'clock.
Nice sunny day.
Yep, definitely one to be grabbed hold of. Grass cutting weather.
Our grass has just recently been cut.
That gets you off the hook then. Ooh, what are you up to, Dopey Gorp? I hope you're not under the pump, as they say. Didn't work too hard. It is Friday, so hang in there. Just hang in there. And welcome and good morning to anyone and everyone that has joined the show. If you don't know me, I'm Mark, and as on the Aberdeen trips, I've got Abby on co-commentary.
Hello everyone. Here comes the
here's the-
NHV.
Do you want to get that one? Sorry, I'm
Handy.
just thinking Abby's going to task onto that, as it's going to be more her side than mine. So you'll get a little bit of warble off the mic that's on Abby's camera. It's our shotgun mic that does pick up sometimes low level interference. I'm back with me. Thanks, Abby. Nicely done.
Lampposts are in the way.
Yeah.
So
Well, what we'll do
why build them there?
next time, we'll have one of these little gadgets clipped into the camera, so we won't need that shotgun mic. So we should be able to get all the sound all nice and tidy. I think we're trying to get that all sorted up before the Great North Fly-In that we're going to be covering at Esher Airfield, because that's going to be a 2-camera show. Eddie's going to have a fair bit on his plate too. Good morning, Craig McLean. How you doing, buddy? And DR, hello to you. Check I've not missed anybody else. Dopey Gorp says good morning.
Morning.
As does Craig. Retreating Blade 1, good morning to you. Shed painting weather, unfortunately. Yeah, or fencing as well. So I'm currently in the process of doing all of that. I've replaced the back fence after that storm Airwind. Taken me a bit of doing because I only do it on good days. Anyway, I've just got about a metre's worth to complete the line, and then I've got a mountain of staining to do. Yeah. And then Mrs. PSA says, well, that looks really nice, and she's looking down the 2 other sides and saying, are you doing those this summer as well? Well, I wasn't, but it clearly am now. Can't do too much for a good gaffer. Let's have a drive down to the fire station.
Next helicopter isn't too far away.
Oh, good stuff. I keep looking at the Gamma Aviation Beach King Air 200B or whatever it is. Kind of feels that it has to be in the show, because I don't think I'm ever here without that being in the action, certainly on the Thursday.
Yeah.
Not sure about
Hopefully it does go
Fridays.
right.
Good morning, Jonathan McD. How you doing, bud? And political bias. Morning, PB. How goes it? Right, our inbound chopper is here. Whose is this one, did you say?
NHV.
Is another yellow one then, isn't
Yeah.
it? Would you like that one?
Yeah.
Abby's on yellow choppers.
I don't know what it is at the moment.
We're colour coding our coverage. So I'm just going to park the camera there.
I can just about
It's a bit
see
far out at the minute, so
Yeah.
we'll stay on my feed. Let's have a look at the wedding cake. I'm with you, AJ. I definitely like the yellow choppers.
it. Definitely, you can spot them from a mile away.
I mean, I know it's got a very, very serious purpose, but the Scottish Air Ambulance here is just... oh, it's stunning. Right, I'll switch to you, Abs. So Abby is on cam. Abby cam. We'll have our own graphic for you. Abby cam. Good morning, David Bone. How you doing, bud? Not cam. So Logan Air, trying to get the mouth moving. Only had the one cup of tea this morning, which is for practical reasons, without getting too graphic, but doesn't get the old cognitive connections firing up, words not coming out as intended. So where's this one out to, Abs? Do we know?
I'm not sure, it's not appearing on
It's
radar.
another one of those ghostly ones, a bit like Eastern. We'll have a look in a minute, see what's on the departure list. Might give us a way in. So now you've come in the super coat. Are you hot or cold? Oh, perfect.
Like in the middle.
Good, yeah. I am too, actually. I'm togged up, but...
It's like when the sun comes on the back, it warms up.
Ah.
But then I feel it round where like my legs are sticking out from the bottom.
It's a bit of a storage heater.
We've got a Logan there that's about 8 miles out.
Ah, one in, one out.
And the Embraer is going to line up on the runway.
So, Logan Air that was on shot, I'll get it back. I'm just about to see where I think it might be going. Where are we now? Could be off to Kirkwall. No, that's an ATR. Ignore that. Belfast, I fancy. No, that's gone.
Maybe it's the Edinburgh positioning flight.
I think that is a really good, inspired insight there, Abs. Political bias. God bless you, my friend. I've just seen your Ko-fi donation, and you donated us yesterday as well. I can't do any fireworks this morning with the technical troubles. I've just stripped everything back for the final throw of the dice show. Retreating Blade 1. You may not be hearing this message, you may be getting to grips with your shed, but happy shed staining. Good morning to Carol Ann. How's things with you, Carol? Weather is pretty darn good here. Kind of making the most of it. Right, that Logan Air inbound that Abby was talking about is pretty much on me now, so I'm just going to pivot things around. So the inbound aircraft, an ATR 42-500 inbound from Sunborough, where it departed 40 odd minutes ago. Looks like we've got a Widerøe -8 departure wheeling out past us.
Got the SAS inbound next.
Ooh, excellent.
And it's in one of their newer liveries, so they've taken the orange engine cowls away. They've gone for a more subtle one.
Nice one, Abs.
I've not actually caught a picture of it, so I might reach for my camera.
So let's just go to the Widerøe that is lining up to go while we wait for the SAS inbound. So our inbound SAS from Stavanger is a Mitsubishi CRJ 900 long range, departed 47 minutes ago or thereabouts, and is around 16 years of age. Abby's ready for some photographing. Excellent.
I haven't caught this one before, so I'll take the opportunity whilst I'm here.
Just about see it, I think. Chance for a quick tactical drink of water. Sounds like they have a helicopter on the way in as well.
I think they're bringing it in on runway 23.
Ah. Poopers. Okay, Widerøe are lining up. Eastern Airways are also on the way out, but we're going to stay with the the CRJ on shot. While it pirouettes. Oh, hang on a minute, I've changed my mind. On one of my... Hold on tight. This was the helicopter that Abby was talking about, just been brought in on runway 23. Which very quickly, we shared this yesterday, you'll see where we're standing in orange at the bottom of the screen, runway 23 to the right of that. I think I've seen one of those movements before, but I'm never here, am I? Right, I'm going to have to break you off that one. We've got another one on the move. One of my favourite ones, a Nordsee. I'm all excitable now. Good morning, Miss Wolves. How you doing, Lorraine? Top of the morning to you.
NHV just lifting at the end of the runway.
Here we go. Into the hover. No bother. Bye, amigo.
That's actually my favourite NHV helicopter. registration NHVVV because I've been in it.
Which one?
I've been in that helicopter. I've
You
sat.
should have said when it was in shot. That is the most exciting thing I've heard for ages.
I have sat in the cockpit of that helicopter.
Have you got any pictures?
I do.
Well, I'll tell you what. You're a lady of mystery. She's just showing me a... Oh, man. That's that chopper?
Yep.
Is that in our Facebook group?
No. I can post them in there later.
If you don't mind, I'll share that one if you don't mind for members that don't do Facebook. I'll find a way of doing it because that is just so cool. Unbelievable. Hang on, ATR going somewhere. Where's it going, Abs? Let's get back in the zone.
Where is it going? It is Kirkwall.
Kirkwall, it is. That's the 42,500.
42,600.
600? I can't keep up. To be fair, I'm really wowed by that. You should have said when it was coming into shot.
Well, I didn't check the registration till it flew past. I was like, oh wait.
If that was me, in that would be in a big picture in my office. I'm telling you now. Or what I call my office. What Mrs. PSA calls my dumping room for stuff. Right, got another chopper behind us. I'm not going to pursue it because it's going to go right behind us in a minute, and I'll just turn the cables into knots.
It's a CHC helicopter. I don't know if they're waiting for runway 16. This is going to be very late clearance for this ATR that's on approach as well.
Just spotted Paul Simister in the show. Good morning to you, Paul. Happy Friday. Just let him go at that.
And then right behind this one is an ATR on very, very short finals.
Right, but keep turning then. You're not joking. When Abby says very short.
Well, I heard them on the radio say it'll be late landing clearance and then it's very late landing clearance.
Pesky posts. Those shots you've got, have you got any inside the cabin where the passengers sit as well? Always fascinates me. It's got like an aura.
I might have from when I was on work experience with CHC. Eastern Airways lining up as well.
Crikey. I better go to that actually because they soon squirt out those Jetstream 41s. Although it's actually behind a post at the minute. See what I mean? It's barely visible. So we'll just wait and catch it as it rolls. I'm tempted by an overfly, funnily enough. So if you watch the Eastern for me,
Yep.
I just want to see what I can see in the viewfinder. Sorry team, giving you a bit of blue sky. I'm just struggling to see anything in the viewfinder, so it's making chasing the sky shots quite difficult. Something else to make a note of. Right, here we go. Sounds like a load of wasps.
It did sound like that on the inside.
Of course you've been inside as well, ain't you? 101 likes, says HGC. That's amazing considering this was our third and final attempt show. It really was. I would have put the fireworks on, but of course they're not on. I'm reaching for them. It's like an automated reaction. Good morning, Yorkshire Biker. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, David, I think that was the plane I was intrigued by, the Lufty. I didn't realise it was a Lufty. I just couldn't see enough in my viewfinder. As you'll know with this spot, the sun is behind us, so it's... You'd think I'd have been alright, but all I could see was me looking at me, if you follow.
So it looks like it'll be 3 CHC helicopters returning.
Oh, good.
So this is 1 out of 3.
Well, in the next sort of half an hour or so.
The next one is, we'll be turning on to final shortly.
Oh, bro.
And then the third and final one isn't too far away from hitting the coast of Aberdeen.
Loving the sound of that. Yeah, the next chopper's just going behind the Gamma building.
Oh yeah.
If there's any of those that are Nordsies, sorry, let me know you take them on your cam.
Yeah.
Get you some track timing and all the rest of it. If you want, it's entirely optional. So on its way into the Bristow's hangar, or more probably the parking lot. Good morning, Mark Brightspark. How you doing, pal? Hello to Mike Roger, how you doing? Aberdeen is absolutely fantastic. I'm thoroughly biased, probably not as biased as Abby. Is it fantastic here?
It can be.
It can be. It's like, I suppose it's like everywhere. Newcastle has its moments. It's not this, but it has its moments with,
Yeah.
you know, and I love the aspects we have there.
Like we recently had the King and Queen land here when they were coming back from Italy.
Ah, you did, didn't you? Did you get that one?
Yeah, I took some pictures.
Abby's rapid response vehicle. How's the driving lessons going?
They're going good.
Excellent. So
Hopefully
I'm not going to put you on the spot and ask you the big question.
Hopefully it won't be too long till I can drive myself here.
But yeah, the smaller airports all have their niches, don't they?
Yeah.
They definitely do. I think where you can stand and spot makes such a difference as well to how much you get to enjoy it. Certainly being able to shoot over a fence and not
It's
through a
always
fence is
helpful.
a biggie, isn't it?
Stand one, you have to shoot through the fence if you're down at the fence line where I normally am. And it can be a bit of a problem because you've got to try and avoid getting that in your photos.
I was saying yesterday, the spot we are today would be phenomenal if it was raised another 10-15 feet and levelled a little bit, because it is really hard to pan really on the lee of the slope. As you transfer your weight through the shot, you find yourself tilting down the hill. But no, this is brilliant, and with direction of travel being what it is, you know, we're blessed with 16s and the weather. All good. Hey up, Louis Scott, how you doing? Zoom over to the SAS for the boys on the ramp and you'll give us a wave. What time did we get that posted? 18? Ah, we're on it. You've persuaded me. Right, let's get to the SAS. We will find you. Left a bit, right a bit. Let's get in first. Get in a bit more. Oh. Might need the zoom. There's the fueling truck. We'll just leave the camera about there for the minute while we consider our options. We have an inbound helicopter. What we got, Abs?
I think it's the next CHC. Yep.
Ah.
WNSV.
Right. You acquire the target and then tell me when and I'll flick the feed over. Oh no, this is one of mine, is it not? CHC. Sorry, you're
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll do
Sorry, I'm confusing myself. Easy done. Right, you can probably hear behind us, we have a helicopter on its way out.
So the person on the ramp at the SAS is at the belt loader.
Belt loader.
Yeah.
Right, let's just have a quick dodge over to the SAS on ramp. Zoom in a bit more. I'm zooming out. Right, I'm on you. If I can see you. Getting a bit of haze there. Might be a bit difficult to pick you out, Louis.
I think they might be left of that red box.
To the left of the red box?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay. The box is in the wrong place.
Yeah, this thing is right in the awkward place because that is where the belt loader is.
Yeah, I can just see the top of the rails on it now. I've just seen a Viz jacket go by.
There's people moving there very quickly.
Yeah, I got you. Louis, we can see you. Can folks see you? Louis, middle of the screen.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic response, that, mate. We've adapted and thrived. Great teamwork. Yeah, we got you. Hey! Excellent. What do you reckon, chat? What's the chat saying?
They're all waving.
Good stuff. Big waves to you fellas on the ramp. Oop, we're going to have to love you and leave you. Plane coming onto shot. Well, about to come onto shot.
Let's see who that is.
That's made my day, that has.
Off to Sunborough.
So where are we now? 9:24. So we will finish at 10, or if the action dries up before 10. Very mindful. I want to get ahead of the Friday traffic. If I can. And whereas if the action was pulsating at that point, I'll have a tough decision to make. I love planes to my boots, and of course everybody in the chat, but we see it as a journey in stages. Dundee, Edinburgh, Dunbar, Northumberland. You could probably kind of mark it out with McDonald's as well.
Always stop at McDonald's Forfar on the way down to Perth.
Well, I always find there's one or two things. Generally, their coffee is enough to wake me up if I'm tired. Probably enough to clean your wheel trims with as well if you had a car. So that's all good. And McFlurries, which I was saying yesterday, I think Scottish Linda gifted me to get a flurry. That was on the member stream at Edinburgh. I didn't. I said I'll save it for the return journey because I thought I'll need all that extra sugar for the way back. There's a method in the madness. There really is.
Logan has been cleared to line up on the runway.
Excellent. And that is off to Sunborough. Good morning, Mary Brock. How you doing, Mary? Thing is, Mark Bright Spark, they are quite addictive, the McFlurries, particularly if they've got the right ones on offer, so to speak. You often find, though, when you stop at Dunbar, that the McFlurry machine is broken. I know it sounds daft, but it's true. You feel like saying, broken how? What could you possibly break on it? Let's go back to the SAS. I mean, there's no hard bits in a McFlurry, is there, other than the little sprinkly bits of chocolate or other bits and pieces. So I don't know. Oh, I see a member moment on the chat. Sophia, how are you doing first and foremost? And secondly, welcome back. Can't do your fireworks with the tech issues that we've endured. We're kind of belt and braces with this final attempt of the show, but lovely to have you back with us. Tony Cage is in the house as well. Good morning, Tony Cage. And Craig McLean has gifted a membership. Another membership actually, because Craig was in the shop for us yesterday, so to speak. Who got that? Can barely read that in the glare. Jet Lux. Well, I don't know if Jet Lux is in the show, but welcome aboard. And Craig, you are a legend. Thank you, mate. So Craig says actually we've got another Nordsee in 5 minutes off the coast. That was 9:26.
They're turning on.
I can see it. That is actually uncanny. So you're Nordsee, aren't you?
Yep.
Abby just pushed me out of the way just before I said you're Nordsee. It wasn't like I could I wasn't in front of this. Right, you task the camera. As soon as you're happy, I'll flick the feed over.
Right, where is the helicopter?
Well, I can have a quick look back in the chat. Can't pronounce this one properly, I think. Re-hee-hee. Sure that's not how you meant to say it, but are you good?
Yep.
Right, you're on Abbey Cam. Thanks everybody for trying to vector me in on the chaps on the ramp. I want to say a massive thank you as well to Brian Clark. Brian, thank you so much for your super chat. Really appreciate it, mate. Good morning, Dino. And a big hello to Tony Austin. Chance for a couple more highs, I think. R. Hobson, hello to the show. I'm Mark. Abby is with me on co-commentary. I'm pointing the camera.
I think we've got a OHS helicopter coming out.
Right, that'll be the one to my side, won't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to move the camera. Tell you what, let's swap the shot now. There we go. So we think we've got an OHS. Just reminded myself where the settings were. So we're going to lay in wait for it. Give me a chance to jump back to the chat. Jane Chapman, hi to you, Jane. How goes it? Ah, our Hobson says we've got a bunch of helicopters inbound. I'm all for that.
Oh yeah, I can see there is a lot of helicopters coming back.
There is?
Yep, there's one there, and then all these ones will come back.
Ooh, they all look like the next sort of 20 minutes or so, don't they?
Yep.
We're gonna do it. Let's do it. Oh, helicopter snuck out. So this is an OHS, Offshore Helicopter Services. And that'll be an Airbus H175, will it not?
Yep. We've got the Bristow's S92 coming in behind.
Smashing. You're not joking. Right, come on, got to get going, folks. Bristow's are inbound
Away
with
they
their
go.
Sikorsky. I'm going to bug out of that shot because Bristow's is nearly on us. Nicely done. A very good morning to Michelle Johnson. How's tricks, Michelle? Hi as well to Sea Kayaking into the Blue. That sounds rather good fun, doesn't it?
It does.
Sounds a bit final for me though. I'm not that good in water. But yeah, awesome. I'm Mark anyway, Sea Kayaking into the Blue. You're a new name, so Abby's the lady on commentary. Say hi, Abs.
Hi everyone.
Oh, hang on a
Next
minute.
helicopter.
Helicopters moving. Another one's on finals.
Yep. And British Airways is on radar.
Ooh, good. Ooh, Michelle's not had a good time. 250 quid spent on boiler repairs and service. Oh, feel your pain, Michelle. I feel your pain. I think with modern boilers, they might be more environmentally friendly, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes to repairs, they are pricey. When we lived in Leicestershire, the boiler we had it nearly 20 years, the last one we had, it used to have a component that used to go faulty every 7 or 8 years or something like, and it weren't that expensive. The only thing where it got expensive was the fact you had to have a gas fitter, Corgi registered as was, to actually install it. Which is a bit of a rip-off, because the actual thing involved, as a former electrician, I could have installed easy. But of course gas you don't muck about with, do you? Right, was that British Airways you said on final approach?
British Airways pushing and
I can see some bit
Loganair.
twinkling, that's... Oh, Loganair that I can
Yeah.
see. Ah, I'm out of sequence. I saw the lights twinkling like the Star of David. Ooh, Michelle, that's not a good sound, is it? Banging and a booming. We changed our boiler, what, 3 years ago now? We've had the engineers out for it probably about 3 times in that time, and it's like, what? Right. So, inbound Loganair from Aberdeen. That's your next plane, folks.
we've got a helicopter coming in on runway 23.
2-3. Second one today. Oh, let's see if we can get that. That'll be interesting if I can get it before it gets behind the Gamma roof. All that blurry stuff in shot. That's Abbey Cam. What's that one, Abby? That's a nice speedy backtrack shot. Look at that. They could have been at Schiphol. Seen all that KLM emoji action. They deserve it. So, a very good morning to Alan Lee. Al, you're such a mate to us. Thank you so much for your kind comment and super chat. No fireworks today, bud. Technical troubles we had, we've ended up running with as minimalistic setup as we've been able to manage.
Got a Loganair on finals.
Coming in from?
Where is it coming in from? Norwich.
Norwich, second of the day. I think Norwich appeared in the first show.
Yeah.
From the Cathedral City, beloved of Tony Rivers and HGC. I didn't think that chopper was going to move. I was literally typing a message to say thanks to Alan Lee. Can't get my words out. Mark Bright Spark, another great friend to us. Super Mark, thank you for your super as well. cheerio and ciao to Dino. Enjoy your workout, mate. I think we saw this one go in part 1 as well. I think part 2 was long enough to see anything come or go, but I think part 1 we got this. British Airways still holding at the minute, but I can just hear the sound of an engine feathering. Good morning, Neil Jones. How are you doing? Oh, thanks, David Bone. It kind of makes sense then for the extra connectivity to Norwich. Humberside, I get, and then you think by extension, yeah, Norwich. Can't be for football reasons, can it? You know, there's a lot of Norwich fans that live in Aberdeen and district. See what I get back. HGC is still in the show. Probably in trouble. Tony Rivers is still in the show. Trouble doubled. Good morning, Craig Roy. How you doing? Says hi to you as well, Abby. Military movements. Isn't there something coming in later?
There
about 2
is
o'clock?
a US movement in at 1 o'clock today, I think. I haven't heard anything if it's changed or not, but military never rely on their timings.
Nah. There's always something else they want to do, isn't there?
Yeah. Like yesterday, that A400 was supposed to be in at 11 o'clock, but it was in closer to 1:30.
I thoroughly approved of their timekeeping.
Yeah, that was perfect timekeeping from them.
Because when I saw it listed, you know, I kept thinking, well, perhaps I could get up here if I really tried. And I'd be getting up at about 2 in the morning or something. I thought, it's trying and it's just insane.
I think British Airways is going to have to wait for these 2 helicopters that are coming in.
That's okay, because that brings us to a nice finale. We are in the last 10 minutes of the show. Is it just 2 choppers on finals?
We have...
Or is there a few more?
Potentially 3, and SAS is pushed.
Right, there's our flight plan team. We'll have the 3 choppers, the SAS CRJ, because that is a good looking plane.
It is.
In anybody's colours, but it looks good in SAS. And, oh, hang on, another chopper. So, and of course British Airways, that was the other one I was wrestling for.
helicopters coming in.
That's an Aussie, is it not?
Yep, NHVF.
Do you fancy it, or do you want to stay on radar?
I don't mind.
Think what Lloyd said. Lloyd, if you're listening. So what, I'll have this one, keep it. You're going to kill him for saying that, aren't you now?
I know.
Just remember, kill him slowly.
Next time I see him. Take all the food out of my bag, leave that at home.
You're enticing him into the chat now.
I'll tell him to watch this one particular bit back later.
So one of the things that is a shame I can't show from this position, the Nordsee compound, the other side of the Gamma building, which is where this helicopter's about to disappear out of view behind. In the morning, you see them all out there, all lined up, ready to go. They look so great.
Yeah.
Trouble is, it's a through the fence kind of shot. Oh, got another one coming on 32s by the look of it. Unless I'm much mistaken.
I hear a prop starting up as well.
So this will be our third runway 32 arrival of the show.
British Airways lining up in the main runway.
Oh no, I may have to bug out because I think I can hear the sound of the engines winding up. Maybe it's wishful thinking. No, we're rolling. I'm going to bug out of the chopper shop, pick up the British Airways departure. To be fair, the chopper's about to go behind the building anyway. Right, we're back to noise. Good morning, Scottish Linda. How you doing? 150 likes. Thank you, everybody. Wow. What do you reckon?
Noisy.
Morning, Emma. Abby's mum, Emma, in the background. You can come in if you want. There's a spare camera.
You take my camera. Oh, we've got another helicopter coming in.
Excellent. H. You are more than welcome, and everybody else that has enjoyed our content this morning. Been a tricky morning, but focus has gone there. Where's it gone? Get it back. But we scrapped it out. Massive thank you as well to our moderators, Nell W-8, Alibi 58, and we have seen Alexandra Wood and Dopey Court briefly as well. You did say there was a prop started up. Sorry about taking you out of focus in my moment of excitement. To train the brain. This is not a point and shoot operation. I'm like a little kid when I see something bright and shiny. As soon as you said that, I was like, I want to be on that.
We could come up a little bit further at the fence so I can take a picture of them.
It's awfully good.
Looks like Logan is gonna line up on the runway.
You're so right. Let's get there. Let's get ready. We'll keep them in the bottom right corner. Sea kayaking into the blue. We are live Sunday. We've got a double header Sunday, so we are at Edinburgh, 10 to 8 in the morning UK time, through into the lunch window, and then we are back for a tea time show at around 5 o'clock. That'll be the plan. Sorry folks, I hashed that one up totally. Completely lost my bearings.
We've got another helicopter that's coming in.
And we're visualising the, I'll tell you what, let's just go on the prop for a minute. I was visualising what's upcoming. And then we will do a show on Monday morning, also from Edinburgh. Give us a Heineken and some of the movements we don't usually see. So busy, busy.
SAS just lining up on the runway as well.
Nice one, Abby. Abby don't miss much, or anything for that matter. I'm conflicted. I just love the chopper. I love the CRJ 900. So I think Abby will correct me, of course, if I've forgotten something, but the plane on shot, the prop, will probably be the final plane of the show. What time is it, Abs? I can't quite see the clock.
It's 10:04.
Right, there you go, folks. Gonna have to be on the marks. So the CRJ is, as you'd expect, just behind a lamppost. Well, camera post, is it? No, yeah, camera post. Oh, Michelle, God bless you. I've seen your £25 super chat. You should have treated us. You just spent 250 quid on your boiler. Big hug and a kiss from me. Uh-oh. Wrong way. All discombobulated.
The Coast Guard plane's been told it can backtrack.
So they would have been fireworks for you, Michelle. Ian Nicholson, another great friend of ours, I've just seen in the chat. Good morning, Ian, and thank you so much for gifting a membership, which went to Tom Falkingham.
We've got a CHC coming in on the cross runway.
Oh, will I get there fast enough? I'm going to stay with the plane actually, and then pick the chopper up as it comes in.
Get some pictures of it.
So whose is this plane? Did you say the Coast Guard?
Yeah, I think it's one of the Coast Guard prop planes that they have.
Oh, nice. Ooh, don't know what to do next. Let me show you this. And now I'll show you this. Good morning, Joel McDonald. Coast Guard plane indeed.
got another helicopter coming in on the cross runway.
Is there?
Yep, see that?
I can't make this stuff up. I should be going. I'm loving it. Oh, there's another one there as well.
Oh yeah.
So another inbound onto runway 32, the short crosswind runway. Right, we'll let him go because we've got an Ordsey on the way out. And as we know, I've got a bias towards yellow helicopters. Okay folks, that is show. I'm just going to swap things about. I'm just thinking about the best way to do it so we've got the best audio. Let me just take that off. It's going to go quiet on sound for a minute, but don't be put off by that. So hopefully you can hear me again. Let's just check the sound is where it should be. flip the camera round. You okay standing where you want to stand? You're on the higher bit of slope,
If I
aren't you?
take the higher bit.
Or whichever bit you like, Abs. But ooh, hang on a minute. Hey. So, Abby Cam.
Hello.
I can see Abby Cam. There I can. Good stuff. Gonna hold that there. Flip it over. So we're shuffling you down the hill a little bit. Brilliant. Thank you, everybody. Let's just check I can hear myself, because this could be the greatest mime ever. Hello? Yep, definitely, I can hear myself. So thank you, everybody, for your amazing support today. I just want to do the shout outs in a minute, but particular thanks to everybody that stuck with us. The technical issues that hit the first stream killed the second one. In fact, the second one barely drew its breath, really. But the third one, whatever was affecting stuff out there in the ether, has resolved itself. So it was good to get some really good track time in, get a bit more familiarity with the new camera and all the rest of it. So I think I was saying on commentary, massive thanks in particular to Alibi58 Nell W-8 for anchoring the show. Nell was in all 3 iterations, so much love. Team Sport and all that, of course, always. Fantastic to welcome Ian 007 into the PSA Crew Lounge. Political Bias, very generously Kofi donating us. Welcoming back, as we did, Sophie L into the PSA Crew Lounge. Craig McLean very generously gifting us a membership. Brian Clark super chatting us, as did Alan Lee and Mark Brightspark. All 3 showing us fantastic love and generosity. As did Michelle Johnson, with a very generous super chat, and Ian Nicholson also very kindly gifting a membership to the channel. All great friends of ours, and we really appreciate everything you do for us. If I've missed anything, hand on heart, I'm really sorry. It's just been, since things got out of hand in the early phase of the show, it's been a bit of a battle, really, to keep your brain in the right line. Mods, is there anything I've missed, do you think? I'm just going to go straight to the bottom of the chat, because I'd hate to have missed giving somebody a credit that I should have credited. I'll put it in a community post anyway, but it's always nice to hear your name shouted out live. Thank you very much, Alibi58, DB Bassman. Who else has said thank you? Lots of good, kind comments there. And you're right, Nell, third time was a charm in the end. Bit of a relief, really. So I'm going to pack it all up in the box and scurry off back down south. It's been fantastic being here. Definitely want to come back again in the summer season, and sooner not later, so we'll see how that one goes. Major shout out to this lady though. I want to see if I can get to brush on camera. Absolutely superb.
Thanks for having me.
Well, whatever the challenge is, you stepped up to the challenge. So yesterday we got in a bit of a pickle with the camera, not you, me, that is, and we worked our way through it. Today we had some other technicals, but you know what they say, teamwork makes the dream work. So thank you, Abby. Aberdeen wouldn't be the same without you in the show. Probably managed without me, like, but that's a separate thing. Right, that's enough from me. Hope to see you on Sunday. Remember, it's a double header, so if you can't make the first, you could make the second, or vice versa. And of course, we are Edinburgh on the Monday, so that's Plain Sailing Aviation, putting your membership dollars and donations to work. There's a helicopter coming out now. I'm not going to swap the audio around for it. I'm just going to pull everything to bits and get Gonski. But thank you so much. Absolutely love you to bits. Final word to you?
Thank you, everyone.
Excellent. Right, stay safe, have fun, see you soon.